What's going on, YouTube world? My name is Austin Zabak, and in this YouTube video, we're gonna talk about 4 ways that you can grow organically on Instagram to 10,000 followers. All right, we're gonna go ahead and jump right into it, and I know there's a ton of videos on YouTube talking about how to grow on Instagram. I actually run quite a few different Instagram accounts myself, but by the end of this video, you're gonna know my top 4 secrets to literally growing 10,000 followers at a minimum. Way number 1 is good hashtags. Now, before you click off of the video, I know there's a bunch of other people out there talking about posting hashtags, and it sounds super cliche, and I totally get it, like you already know. But really quick, let me just show you an example of a post that I literally posted recently on my own Instagram with good hashtags. Go ahead and take a look, and what you're gonna notice is that about 3,800 people from this particular photo on one of my accounts saw this picture as a result of posting good quality hashtags. Now you might be saying, well, Austin, like that's just 3,800 people. Well, depending on the size of your account, 3,800 people is quite a few people to see a picture based on solely just good hashtags. Now again, those are 3,800 people that were not already following me. So if you look at the percentage, I believe it's about 20% of the people that actually interacted with that post were not following me prior to me posting that photo. That's a pretty high number if you think about it. At the end of the day, if you were to post 5 pictures like that every single week, that's not even a picture a day, on average, about 20,000 people per week would see your profile that would not have otherwise seen it if you weren't using good hashtags. Now again, keep it very simple. Get creative with the hashtags and use hashtags that fit your particular niche. So if I was a real estate agent in the real estate niche, I might use real estate, hashtag real estate agent, hashtag real estate investor, hashtag luxury real estate, hashtag Arizona real estate, hashtag luxury mansions, hashtag wholesaling real estate. You get the point. The point of it is to use hashtags that are similar to what you want people to find when they land on your profile, or what they're actually gonna find when they land on your profile. Things that totally resonate with the audience that you're trying to attract. Another way to use hashtags is that you use them the other direction. You go find people based on hashtags that are in a similar niche, in the niche that you're trying to grow in, and you interact and engage with those people. Now, obviously, we're gonna talk a bit more about that here in just a moment as we kind of go through my top 4 ways to growing 10,000 followers on Instagram. But again, remember that hashtags are extremely important, not only for you being able to get found, but for you finding other people. You know, and it is, again, one of those things that a lot of people think is cliche and it's like everybody's talking about it and whatever, but I want to encourage you to actually just go out there and use them. I mean, at the end of the day, if they weren't important and they didn't work, they wouldn't exist. Way number 2 is to smash that like button. Now I'm just messing around. Way number 2 is to find a niche or to have a niche on Instagram. You're like, Austin, I have no idea what my niche is. I don't even know what I want to be. I just want to be an influencer. I want to be like Alexis Ren or Jay Alvarez or Logan Paul or Jake Paul, and I just want to be an entertainer and entertain the entire world. And that is great, but at the end of the day, I encourage you to find a niche, right? Unless you are a Class A celebrity on Instagram, people probably aren't going to follow you just to follow you. People are, however, going to follow you because they like what you do, right? They like who you are, what you portray on the platform. So other real estate professionals are gonna follow me because I'm talking about real estate, or because I'm talking about makeup, or I'm talking about fitness. Maybe I'm giving value, right? I'm actually adding value to other people's lives other than just posting to post. So again, take a step back and determine your niche. Determine the kind of niche that you wanna be involved in, and just outright figure out, why are you on the platform? What value are you gonna give other people? Just remember too, once you have a niche, a lot of your content can be curated around that niche. Think about it this way. If you're a fitness person and you're at a restaurant, you're sitting down at the restaurant, you might pull out your phone and you might literally use a story and talk about the different food that you're about to eat. How many calories are in the food, how many macros are in the food, what you are and what you're not eating and why. And maybe you're adding value to other people's lives. That way, when they go to that restaurant, they know what to eat and what not to eat based off of your recommendation. Now, that same restaurant, if I was in the real estate niche, I might be talking about how much money that restaurant was generating, or potentially what that restaurant was near, or why people should buy a house near that particular restaurant, and why that particular area is such a good area to be in. You understand that once you have a niche, a lot of that content on your page, whether it be on your story or on your actual feed or even IGTV, can be curated around your niche. That way you can actually help other people with potential problems that you might have solutions for. If you're looking to make money off of social media, the only way that you make money is by adding value to other people's lives. I mean, we were doing that far before social media, but now we've got to do it on social media. So again, it's just establishing that niche. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that that has to be your end-all, be-all niche. I mean, like later on down the line, you can have other industries that you're a part of. You can grow, you can expand. I myself started just doing real estate. I was wholesaling real estate. I eventually got my real estate license. I eventually started an ATM company. I eventually started living this quote unquote lifestyle that people were interested in. And over the years, my niche has actually changed a little bit. At the very least, I've added other things into my wheelhouse. I don't just do real estate anymore. Now I do other things also. If I were to go to the gym tomorrow and get extremely buff, I mean, like buffer than I already am, obviously, I'm just totally kidding. I would be able to add that into my wheelhouse, right? I would be able to start to give people value. Like maybe it would be, hey, here's how you can stay fit while being an entrepreneur. Here's how you can grow big muscles while growing a big business. I could literally write copy around that particular thing, around that particular topic, and ultimately I could probably have a course, I could probably have an ebook, I could probably build an email list, I could do so many different things over just going to the gym and documenting that journey, adding that into the world that I'm already in. Way number 3 is Instagram stories. Now, stories can be a big value to you and what you're trying to do if used properly. Stories should really be a way to get people to interact with you, to get people to engage with you. Stories are a way to document maybe the kind of the behind the scenes of what you do in your life that you're not showing on your feed. Like, for example, right now, filming this video, what this crazy freaking room looks like that we're filming in right now. As you can tell, this is a very DIY makeshift setup right now, okay? I haven't quite announced it yet on my YouTube channel, but we're actually in the process of redoing the studio. And there was a bunch of sound bouncing off of the walls, and my microphone was all jacked up, and I just had to totally DIY it for this particular video. So I could actually post that on my story and show people that I'm creating content for YouTube and that they should go check it out. And I could drive people from my Instagram to my YouTube because they're intrigued by what the behind the scenes looks like. Things that I wouldn't otherwise show on my actual feed. Another great way that you can use stories is by posting different places that you go, like geotags. I could geotag different places, and then when people are at that place, they'll actually see all of the other people that were at that place within a 24-hour time period. They then might be intrigued to go check out your profile, shoot you a follow, and ultimately interact and engage with you. Another way to use stories is to leverage polls and questions. Ask people questions, get them to interact, do polls, say, hey, should I do this or should I do that, right? And get people's feedback. You could literally get people's feedback on a number of different things. Stories are really a way to just get people to interact and get people to engage with you. There's so many different things that you can do with stories, all the way from music to polls to geotags to questions. And there's a number of other ways that you can use them as well. Once you do get to 10,000 followers on Instagram, you'll unlock this swipe up feature. You can then do a number of different things with that as well by getting people to actually leave the platform and go to a different website where you might have an affiliate link or you might have some monetary benefit for them going there, maybe just adding free value to other people's life. You might be like, but Austin, I'm not very photogenic, I don't like taking selfies, I'm not good on the camera, or you just don't have a lot of content. Another great way to use Instagram stories is to post quotes and graphics. Now, quotes and graphics you can make fairly easily. You can make them actually using a software called Canva or one of 100 different applications on iOS and Android, and probably just on Google that you can get for free. You can post good quotes and good graphics that have a high probability of going viral or getting reposted or retweeted or a number of different things, even on different platforms. Understand that if you do post a viral type quote or a viral type graphic, you could add your signature, you could add a little watermark for people to actually realize that that came from you. A lot of times people will just repost as well, and they'll be able to actually track that quote or that graphic back to your profile at the end of the day. And this is a really good way to get new eyeballs on your page for free. Way number 4 might seem super simple, but I want you to stay till the end of the video because it is extremely, extremely valuable. And that is just to have a good looking page. You're like, Austin, I don't even know what that means. I'm gonna tell you right now. A good looking page can include a number of different things. Obviously, like, keep it very basic in the beginning. Have a good profile picture. Something clean, something that stands out, something that sparks people's interest. It intrigues people. They want to click on your profile because maybe you watched their story, because you popped up somewhere, and they don't know who you are, but your profile picture is very clean, it's very crisp, there's not a lot going on, it highlights maybe just you, maybe it highlights something about your company or whatever the actual profile is. Obviously, a good bio that is well written and has good grammar, okay? Again, something that explains who you are, what you do, what you're about, what the page is about, what people are gonna gain from following you. Have a good name. I can't tell you how many people I've seen that have a name where there's like Austin __ Zabak 1 2 3 4 5 exclamation mark. It is unbelievable, right? Have a good name. It's clear, it's concise, it's short, it's to the point. And if you're like, Austin, there is 900 people on the face of the planet with the same name as me, then get creative. Put a "the" in front of it. Put like, I don't know, but just get freaking creative, okay? Don't do 9 underscores and a bunch of numbers and letters and emojis in your name. Last but not least is have good content and a good theme. Figure out, are you doing blues? Are you doing reds? Are you doing blacks? Are you doing grays? What are you doing on your page? And then just post good content. Be consistent. Don't post one day a quote about real estate and the next day post a quote about like something totally off the wall that has nothing to do with anything, right? Be consistent, have a theme, have good content. And again, do it day in and day out and you will gain 10,000 followers at a minimum. Look, at the end of the day, you've got to have a good, clean aesthetic. And here's why. We live in a world where society is just kind of like, you know, it's a microwave mentality kind of world, right? We look at everything as a vanity metric, and really the attention span of people is like that freaking short, okay? It's like this right here, like that is the attention span of people nowadays, okay? So think about it through somebody's eyes that wouldn't already be following you, right? Put yourself in their shoes. What would they like to see on your page? I mean, think about it. What do you like to see when you go to other people's pages, right? What is it that catches your attention? Why do you follow people, right? Just think of somebody right off the bat. I mean, right off the top of your head, I'll put somebody right here, like Steve Cook, for example, right? He's big in the fitness industry. And when you look at his page, I mean, what is it that grabs your attention, right? Why would I follow Steve Cook, okay? And maybe Steve Cook and Christian Guzman, okay? Or if you're a girl, maybe Buff Bunny and somebody else, okay? But think, why would you follow them? What is it about their page that when you land on their page, you want to follow them, okay? I mean, take Gary Vaynerchuk and Grant Cardone, right? What is it about their page that you want to follow? Like, why is it that you want to follow them? I mean, Gary Vaynerchuk is what, 6 or 7 million followers. Grant Cardone, 2 or 3 million followers, okay? Why would I want to follow them? I mean, off the bat, they have credibility, right? I want to follow them because they have a lot of followers. But why do they have a lot of followers? Probably because they got good at the things that we're talking about right now. They got good at the little things, day in and day out, being consistent, having a good theme, having good content. Look, at the end of the day, if you take these 4 tips and you apply them to your Instagram, obviously there's a bunch more tips, but these ones will help you grow your organic following. There's a lot of other ways to grow. There's a lot of other things that you could do, and I'll make other videos about that. So if this video didn't cover all the things that you're thinking about, all of the questions that you have, go ahead and drop into the comment section down below what you would like me to cover, and I'm more than happy to cover that in a video coming up. Again, thanks for watching this video. If you haven't already, go ahead and smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.